Aman, unmute your mic.
Welcome back to the third Man Cricket Show. Here we are again with our post-match analysis. Uh, I, I'm sure don't know how to describe that match now. Chris Morris, Mustafizur Rahman, Josh Butler, Sanju Samson, everyone from Rajasthan played amazing. They did really well. But when you talk about Sunrisers Hyderabad, well, I can't imagine anyone who has played a good game today. Everyone failed. Everyone. They did manage to get 160, 170 on their board, but still, this was not at all expected from Sunrisers Hyderabad. A better a batting lineup so good, a bowling lineup where wicket taker bowlers are back, and still nothing on their hands. Very disappointing from Sunrisers Hyderabad. The strategic timeout they took in the first 6 overs, after first 6 overs, that turned out to be really tragic for SRH, where they lost, I guess, the first wicket, Manish Pandey. Mustafizur Rahman came back in the 6.1, and there it was. The wicket was done. I think I'm not sure if it was a really good bowling or was it a mistake from Manish Pandey. He could have, just defended it or done something, but he did go for a hit, and he definitely missed it. Well, what do we say about Josh Butler? First 100 for his T20, and that came just of 64 balls. 64 balls, 124 runs. Josh the boss. Definitely the right way to mention it, Mithilesh. Well, we'll start with SRH. Rashid Khan, must have realized how important the review was in the match, pasting it on Jaiswal, and when it was needed for Butler, they didn't have one.
Absolutely disappointed. Am I audible? Yeah. Absolutely disappointed by the performance of Sunrise Hyderabad today. Absolutely no intent from the players. Also, we weren't even able to tick any of the boxes. The fielding which we saw, the dropping of catches. First, Vijay Shankar dropped the catch of Josh Butler, and then Manish Pandey dropped a very easy catch for him of Sanju Samson, and then uh, there wasn't a problem in captaincy because I felt that Rashid Khan had to bowl in power plays today, but the other bowlers did not take up the responsibility even today. I mean, they went for big overs, and last the batting we did not see intent from them. As in, the power play was very good for us, the starting 6 overs, but then the wickets kept falling, and absolutely disappointed by the loss. Zero intent.
Aman,
I have to
unmute,
say,
unmute.
yeah. I have to say, I'm not sure if it's the captaincy or what. Maybe the management has to change. The players have to be selected according to what the captain thinks. Everything, it's just jumbled for the Hyderabad team, the management, and their players. What they did today, a great start given by Bairstow and Manish Pandey, but all in vain when it came back to the middle order. Everything fell down. Let's talk to the winning side of the team. Rajasthan, Rajasthan played amazing. They have been hiding some amazing talent, if you ask me. It was a really good spell from Tyagi for his first game this season. What do you think, Aswin?
Yeah, actually, it was a very good match. And not only Tyagi, Anuj Rawat also played. He didn't bat it, but he was superb in the fielding. He took two major catches. So it was a very good game for RR. I think there are still some mistakes here and there because I think the team should have finished with a margin of 70 or 80 runs, a victory by that. I think they are still leaking some runs here and there. I think when the major batsmen are out, then the best bowlers should come and bowl the Yorkers. So because remaining are all bowlers, so it's actually easy to get the wickets. So I think they should have done that. But apart from that, it was a superb match.
Well, you talked about Anuj Rawat. Great catches from him, if you ask me. But there were a lot of misfieldings from Rajasthan Royals. The first boundary by Mohammad Nabi, it was an easy field, but misfielded, and it went for the boundary. I have seen a lot of misfieldings from Rajasthan this side, this match, and not at all expected. But yeah, they did win the game. They did win the match, and they did amazing for that. Rushikesh, coming back to you, SRH lacked the firepower in chases like this. You think Holder would have been a good choice instead of Nabi? I mean, Nabi bowled just one over. If you are bringing him in as a bowler all rounder, well, that's not very suitable for you.
Yeah, we can see a complete mismanagement from Sunrisers Hyderabad. If they weren't going to give overs to Mohammad Nabi, I mean, they were just waiting for fall of wickets for Rajasthan Royals, but then that did not happen. And then Nabi had to bowl, and he went for a big runs. And firepower. Talking about firepower, the Sunrise Hyderabad started off very well in the power plays with the hitting of Bairstow. But then, as we are discussing the entire season for Sunrisers Hyderabad, the main concern is the lower and the middle order, which is collapsing in almost every match, and it also happened today. So yeah, talking about Kedar Jadhav in the lower middle order, after he has played games for India, we did not see any intent or a drive to hit sixes or fours. He was just after we had to make so many runs, he was just rotating the strike. So yeah, the firepower is absolutely lacking, and the most explosive person is out of the team. What more we can talk about firepower?
बटलर पूरी राजस्थान पे सॉरी हैदराबाद पे भारी पड़ गया अकेला बटलर पूरी हैदराबाद आई मीन यू सी भुवेश भुवी वाज बैक Rashid Khan was there. We expected a few wickets from Nabi, nothing. So you think you somewhere the spell Natarajan bowl, the thing Natarajan bowls, your Yorker every game, continuous Yorkers. Do you think SRH really missed it?
Yeah, absolutely. We cannot bowl with Vijay Shankar the 20th over of first innings. For sure we are missing T Natarajan, and also Bhuvneshwar Kumar after a long break. He started off pretty well. His line and length was pretty good, but he did not get wickets. And yeah, we need some bowlers like T Natarajan who can bowl in the last overs and who can bowl Yorkers. Because the 19th over, which is the most important over of first innings, where Sandeep Sharma bowled and he was thrashed by Josh Butler. Although he got out, but Josh Butler did his game.
The damage was already done. Definitely. Ashwin, what positives do you take out of this match?
Actually, it is happy. We are happy to see that Butler is back in form, and also we see that in the start how Jaiswal played Rashid Khan. Even though he got out, we saw that he's not feared of him. He knows how to play against him, and Sanju also gave us that 100-run partnership with Butler was the game-changing moment. So I think that these are the positives that we can take, and we also see how the new players, youngsters like Anuj Rawat and Karthik Tyagi, they are playing their first match in the season, and they did a very great job for the team. So I think if they keep on going like this, then I think we could comfortably reach the top four. Aman, unmute your mic.
This game keeps on keep playing on this type of kind of game. I'm sure they are going to be in the top four, and definitely will be competitors for the the cup. Rushikesh, I mean, from the first match, changes were made. Captain is changed. A lot of different combinations were tried. Everything has been done, and SRH still hasn't been to that level what we were expecting. What is remaining now? I mean, what can they do to get back wins? Because next, I mean, the coming matches will have to win every match to get in the playoffs.
So yeah, as we have only one win in the half of the first half of the tournament, that are the 7 games. SRH really need to regroup and think of everything. Nothing is going our way. Mid-season change of captaincy, that's the most negative thing which can happen by any franchise. So yeah, they really think they really have to think what they can do, because in the first 7 games, because SRH has always been in a trouble. Like they don't have one or two players, but it never cost them so much. They have always been winning, and the bowling has always been on point for Sunrisers Hyderabad. But that is the bowling has won them many games. We saw until now in the last 4 years, but bowling is the major concern this year. So I really think that the management only has to regroup, think, and they have to think what best they can do in the remaining 7 games. We have two more games in Delhi. They are the most challenging ones. One is with Mumbai Indians and then Chennai Super Kings, and then we move on to Kolkata and then Bangalore. So yeah, 7 games remaining. The management should really think what best they can do and give their fans something.
Yeah, something to look forward to. They really need to. Coming back to you, Ashwin. Rajasthan definitely won the match by a great runs. So, do you think this team should keep on going? The same team should keep on play the next match?
Actually, the same match, the next match is on Delhi itself. So actually, I don't think any change is required. But it depends upon the conditions of the pitch for sure. I think if the conditions are going like this, then there is no need for any change in the team. But actually, there are some points that the team should look forward, especially regarding Zakaria and all. I think he's been a bit expensive today, and also in case of Rahul Tivatia, but Rahul Tivatia do pick the wicket of Bairstow, but been a bit
Yeah.
expensive. Hmm. Yeah, that are the small, and also the fielding is also a bit concerned, as you said. Lost, conceded some runs there, here and there. So I think that's the point of concern that the team have, and I think they would look into that.
Well, good to know that. SRH's next match is against the defending champions, as you mentioned, Rishikesh. David Warner hasn't been in form for sure, but he's the one of the best choices in situations like this. Should he be reinstated in the next game? Can you hear me, Rishikesh? I'm sorry, you're on mute. Can you hear me? I asked if David Warner should be reinstated in the next game. I mean, as he's the best choice in the situations like this.
Yeah, definitely. You cannot keep a batsman or a player like David Warner on bench. Then definitely have to think of bringing him back anyhow, because as I said in the pre-match analysis, we know what a match winner and what batsman David Warner is, and he can change games at any point, even if he does not have a good season until now. But I definitely think that they should get him back, and then he'll start playing the way his natural game is, the David Warner which we know.
Hyderabad really has to improve. Rajasthan is improving. The way they were playing in the first few matches, starting few matches, they really did well and they have come up. Similarly, Hyderabad will have to do so if they want to go into the playoffs. But well, that's for the next match. It was great talking to you guys. We'll see you again someday. Thank you for being here. Congratulations, Aswin, on the win. And well, it was unfortunate for Hyderabad. Well, let's hope they do win next time. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.